Welcome to DuckCast Season 3, Episode 41. Episode 41 as a whole, not the 41st episode of Season 3.
My hand keeps disappearing. That's fun for me.
This is going to be another DrunkCast.
There's a fuzzy hand there. Also, something new is happening this season, and from now on, hopefully we're good audio-wise. What are you doing? Don't do that. Okay, keep doing that. Actually, it's sexy. Do it. More.
No.
Okay.
No, you made me feel bad about it.
We're using Discord. Also, remember, whenever we would do a DuckCast episode of Skype, it would have the little Skype logo on the top right? Now we're no longer sponsoring Skype, kind of. And no one will really know, other than this episode,
we go back
that
to
we're using Discord.
Episode.
Yeah, I know, right? The whole
just
thing...
Go right back.
Wait. Yeah, the Chris and Olivia one I had my old laptop with. So from then to now, I got a new laptop and yeah. So things had to change. Skype didn't really work out well with my audio thing. Anyway, yeah, we should probably skip to that. So this is another DrunkCast episode. Drink up.
Shot glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tina from Bob's Burgers.
You should drink that right now.
Okay. We're going to do 3 shots to start the episode off. I did have a mixed drink, but that was like an hour ago.
Opa.
Next up, we got a Gene one.
Mm-hmm. What does it say? More this way?
Was it obvious?
You're not full screen, Mike. You gotta move it more. Okay. Was it? You turn it more. I can't even read the whole thing.
I'm trying not to spill alcohol on my computer. I'm being careful.
Well,
here.
what did it say?
Was it obvious? I don't care.
Gotcha.
Is it backwards?
No, it's not.
Yeah, for me it shows up backwards.
That's why I keep telling you when I show something. That's my problem. You see,
well, that was Skype, and I had the same problem on Skype too.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I do not like this rum, by the way. It's really bad. We're doing this for the effect.
Don't you like that we're finally seeing eye to eye? Webcam. Ooh.
Hate it. Fucking hate it. This isn't a fun
gonna be
last
You're gonna be drunk and frustrated. That's not good.
God.
Each drunk cast, you're just gonna have different waves of emotions.
One more.
I think the first one you were pretty happy. Yeah.
This is Luis.
Why do you talk so slow?
You
really should go to full screen just to see if you're cropping out anything. I don't know, man. Use your notes if you need to,
but... Fuck you.
So, what's been going on with you?
Not a hurricane.
Yeah. Is it coming towards you, or did it go more... I think it went west.
We got some bad weather, but I mean, it wasn't hurricane-ish.
With us, Sunday the 10th, day before 9/11. The morning, I heard, on my window, some wind and rain. Also, we boarded up, don't worry. I heard, some wind and rain that morning, at 5 in the morning, and I don't know. Up until then, it was fine, and then, I just went on my laptop to play some PC game, and then, out of nowhere, the power goes out at, 12 in the afternoon, and the whole day, it was just like that. We had Wi-Fi up until a point, and we didn't have the generator on until I think 7. We'd start because at that point, the wind had died down. You don't want to go out. I don't know. For those that don't know, if you keep a generator inside, carbon monoxide is gonna kill you. By the way, it was funny. We were talking about that in my family. Probably a bunch of people. You're gonna see that on the news, and then after the hurricane, you would see on the news here's some families that died of carbon monoxide because they were stupid and didn't keep their generator outside. But yeah,
I do have a Bob and Linda one too, but I don't know where it is right now.
I think I was hopping randomly during that quick little story there. But yeah, anyway.
No, not not dissing your story at all. I listened to the whole thing. I don't it's been fine over here. I have no understanding. I know.
Also,
Chris had to evacuate.
What?
Chris, our good buddy Chris Sora had to evacuate.
Yeah. It's weird. For us where we lived, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. But at the same time, it mostly went around us. like we did get some bad wind and rain, and like there wasn't too much damage near us though. But like I heard like in Miami and other places, like it was just flooding near us. It wasn't that bad. But I don't know what. I think he lives in Jupiter, so I wouldn't know. But I don't know. I feel like it moved up to Jacksonville, which I think is near Jupiter. I think. No, maybe not.
Last time I'm getting that shit.
I think it was that in Jacksonville. Like one of the worst parts of Florida, Jacksonville. I think my cousin lives in Jacksonville, actually. I don't know. I hope Chris went home with seeing that there wasn't a lot of destruction there. He posted a video on YouTube and like I commented on it and he never responded. I said like I stay safe, bro. Hope to touch your butt soon, and he never responded. That offends me so much. I don't know. Don't get it.
Get messages from Fred. Hold on.
All right.
We'll check my phone during this show. I just want to see what he said.
We're pretty chill right now. So we're on season 3. That's pretty exciting. Yeah. I hope.
What's happened?
Oh, a lot during season 3, early season 3 may or may not go wrong. I mean, already we had to switch platforms for videos, and it's like we have to keep telling people like if they don't have Discord, get Discord if you want to be on DuckCast. And even with that, we don't even know how 3 webcams are going to work out.
To be fair,
I think
most of the people I know prefer Discord to Skype, so
yeah.
Most of our guests will probably have it.
But how will 3 webcams look on here?
Really early this season, maybe even the next episode, we need to do another Austin episode because we didn't get him on season 2.
I think we just need a guest episode because we do need another test for this whole this new platform. It's stressing me out a bit. I don't know.
Fuck it, Austin's our next person.
When was the last time Austin was on?
You know what I kind of want to see? And this is irrelevant to DuckCast, but it's relevant to Metal Mouth. I just was listening to the one, because I told you earlier, I was listening to one with George today. And I just started thinking, it'd be funny.
Let me just shout out the dude, Paradox Productions, a.k.a. Game Paralysis, also Pinkamoose. Good guy.
He was an interesting fellow to listen to, actually. Like, he sounds like genuinely passionate about the stuff he was talking about.
He's a nice guy, yeah.
Yeah, I'd never met the guy before. Like, I think,
I met him through Jared, like, if you remember Jared, like...
Yeah, I remember Jared. All the Metal Mouth guests, like, I've known every single one of them except George, but George is, he sounds like a cool guy. But, I think I've
also asked him, like, if you ever wanted to be on DuckCast, and he was like, yeah, sure. So, that's open, by the way.
Cool. Yeah. I'm down for that. I just think it'd be so interesting, and maybe not to anyone else, but to me it really would be, if you had Pinsack on Metal Mouth without me.
Yeah. Have you mentioned that, like, the idea as a joke, or just as like a?
No, I don't think so.
I think you said that as a DuckCast idea, but not as.
Yeah, I'd have Nick on DuckCast. He'd probably be here with me when we did it. I feel like you and Nick should do a Metal Mouth though over like Discord or something.
It's weird, like. It's weird me saying like I don't know Nick as well to say hey come on, but at the same time it's hypocritical because it's like George I rarely talk to, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I would be the one who's telling him to do it. I'd be like the one suggesting him to do it. And if he didn't want to do it, then he's not going to do it, and that's fine. But if he was down to do that, I don't know. I feel like something about that would be interesting.
I feel like that would be... I don't know. I feel like it would be a bit awkward. Not that I don't think he's going to say anything interesting, but I don't know if we'll bounce off each other decently. I don't know. Without you in the picture.
I don't know, though, because I don't know... The only people I've ever seen Pinsack not be able to bounce off of are the people who completely reject him. I don't want to sound mean when I say this. I'm not saying this like a negative thing about Pinsack at all. He's really good at getting into conversations with people. Occasionally, he'll be a bit too much for a person though, and they won't really respond to him. And it's normally like people who are just kind of I don't know. He's able to really get along with anyone who's actually willing to talk to him, which is most people. But occasionally, he'll go up to someone and just try to be friendly to them, and they'll have no interest in talking to him. Those are the only people I've never seen be able to get into a conversation with Pinsack. Everyone else manages just fine. I think he'd be
just
fine.
People in general. I mean, I wouldn't want to talk to someone that doesn't give me the time of day. I mean,
well, yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is that he can blend into the conversation. It's not gonna. I don't think you're gonna be dealing with a lot of awkward pauses. Is basically what I'm trying to say. because he's good at blending into a conversation. That is
Okay.
something that Pinsec is really good at. He's socially awkward like the rest of us, but he's like very good at communicate with his communication skills. That is that is absolutely.
I mean, it's a fun idea, but if, like, I don't know, I'm just very nervous of just messaging people like, please be on my podcast. It's like I'm already having such trouble with that.
I personally would have fun listening to what a show like that would be like.
Yeah.
One of my closest friends in real life, and I hate to say that because I mean at this point you are like you're not an internet friend, you're a friend.
Yeah.
But like one of my closest friends, like that I've seen in person, and one of my closest friends I spoke to on the internet, who haven't spoken to each other that many times, and just see what happens, you know.
Like an obvious topic would be the whole address thing. Like I would really like to like get an interview with him on just that topic. Like think about that, like recorded. Just asking.
I'm gonna go grab. Hey, can you I'm gonna grab beer real quick because I do not want to drink this anymore.
Please go ahead. Get drunk.
Be right back.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's weird because like during old DuckCast episodes, it would like zoom into my face, and now probably I feel like if I zoomed in here, it would look a bit weird. I mean, some things would be cropped. I don't know. Would I zoom in? I don't know. You'll see in post production, I guess, if I crop anything or not. I don't know. It's kind of nice though, being equal sized to Mikey Poo. I always felt it was like a whole little metaphor throughout DuckCast. I was always like the smaller one, always like the rodent of the two. And Mike always had more to say. I mean, it'll be like that from now on, but at the same time, you know, self-confidence, TM. Anyway, I mean, I'm trying to think of some things. I mean, again, like the new laptop thing, like, just so everyone knows, there may be technical issues during this episode. I have no idea. Like with Skype, with Metal Mouth episode 10, which we were discussing a bit here, there were some audio issues with, like, my friend George's end was, like, a bit higher, and then my end, my audio would, like, go back and forth between different channels, like the left and right speakers, for headphone users at least. I think speakers, you would kind of hear it if you're, I don't know, I think you would hear it. And, like, we tried it today, like, an audio test. We were going to record this episode on Skype, and it happened, so we moved to Discord, and I don't know. Hopefully we're okay here. What's up?
3 of these. These are garage beers that have been in the garage for 2 months. Because we were out of the beer that I thought we had. Mm-hmm. Now we get the cheap beer, where they're literally using a fucking can or bottle opener to open it up in the commercial, which is fucking retarded. That's all it takes.
I feel I'm a bit worried right now how far into the episode we are, and you aren't. Like, I'm not saying you get crazy or anything. It's like, you still seem pretty normal.
Well, like, if we don't get enough good drunk
I'm underwhelmed, dislike.
Just keep the episode going a little longer.
DrunkCast, ? Misleading title, maybe, maybe not?
We do 2 episodes.
We need a circle.
Hold on. We do 2 tonight. Episode 1 of season 3 is Drunk Cat. I might be drunk. DrunkCast, ?
Highlight moment right there.
2. And then episode 2 is DrunkCast! ! Okay, let me go over my show notes. Like, what were you talking about while I was gone?
Oh, just about, like, letting people know about, like, might be technical issues and whatnot. Mentioning, you know, just another, because I didn't touch on that too much. I think I stuttered and hopped a bit in the beginning, but just to solo explanation. I don't know.
I'm definitely buzzed right now, by the way.
Good.
I don't know. I've also gotten better at like control. Like, I've also gotten better with like controlling my drunkenness, which is not to say that I'm like not. It's not going to be obvious. It's going to be obvious that. But I'm not going to be as fucking stupid as I was last year. Maybe I'll get there. Who knows? Sometimes I am.
It hasn't been a year since the last DrunkCast, has it?
Oh yeah, you're right. It was on my. It was I think it was like the week after my birthday, and that was October 6th.
Probably close though, because the holiday episode. Yeah, that was in season 2.
October 6th.
Really?
Was my birthday, and then a few days after that is when we did the DrunkCast.
So a month before. Wow, we were getting close, dude.
Yeah, we're only getting close to year 2 of DuckCast. That's beautiful.
When did we
season 1 was in November. I think season 1 started in November
of 2015.
Yeah.
So almost 2 years.
2 years.
Wow.
2 years. So just to give some show notes from my side, like I've been mainly active on my Slate side channel now. We even talked about that in DuckCast
You've
season
been up
2.
to some great things, and I'm really proud of my big boy right here.
Thank you. I love what the channel's becoming so far, but I do I don't know. It's like kind of like a dilemma too. I'm making a Cameraman season 1 trailer for Slate side, which Cameraman will be a discussion in just a moment. Right now, my life has like become something that it's never been before, which is busy. Like I've said I've been busy in the past, and it's not. While I'm not like completely lying when I said that, I don't think I knew what the definition of busy was until 3 weeks ago when I started school. 3 client jobs at once, and still doing my part-time job at Tour Cup, which I've mentioned before. So I'm doing Tour Cup, which is a video editing job, by the way, which is one I've had for almost 3 years now. I joined them on, I think September 9th was when I joined. 3 years at Tour Cup. I started East Stroudsburg is the new college I'm going to. It's a university now because I finished community college. I did 3 years there because I'm stupid and I needed an extra year to really get through it. But now I'm at a university, and it's just like Northampton was when I first started it again, but harder. Like it's like the same amount of classes, the same amount of time I had to put in Northampton, except the school is farther away and I have to drive 34 minutes out to get there, which isn't that bad compared to what other students have to do. And it's just harder. The classes are like, some of them aren't that bad, but some of them are fucking difficult. But I've been really fucking trying at East Stroudsburg, and I've been doing good. That's the good thing. I've been doing good.
It doesn't help also like the fact that some of those other problems you've been calling me about every now and then, like parking and other such things. Like it's just what?
I got a sweet deal on parking.
What?
It's like this will sound like a little bit of inconvenience, and really, I would say if I could get a parking spot closer, I would. The first day I went there, I went 2 hours early for a lot of reasons. It wasn't just parking, but I drove around and looked for a place I could park, and they were ridiculous with that. Like they knew this area knows that college students park there. Even I tried to park at the Walmart, and they had signs saying up that and cameras out saying, "Do not stay parked here for longer than this many hours. You will get towed." It's because they know college students will park there and spend the whole day there, and they don't like students doing that. And I just drove around. I eventually went up to and this was stupid. I should have known that this would happen. Most of them have this. I parked up to a meter. And this is an embarrassing story because this is just me being blind and stupid. I took out all of these quarters and started putting them in one by one. And I was getting 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, cool. And I just kept putting them in, and I kept looking inside because I was going to be at school for 8 hours. So I just kept putting them in. And then after I put 8 in, it said, I then realized I had a 2 hour.
2 hour what?
So it had a 2 hour limit.
Okay.
So those were all quarters I just threw away. Because I wouldn't even be able to get back to that spot after my first class to put more in.
How many more hours did you add on top of that?
Probably. Let's see. If I put in 8, then 2.
Oh.
Which it's quarters. It's not the end of the world, but it's still an annoyance.
Yeah.
So then I drive all the way around, and I finally find this parking lot that is right next to a hospital. So I was trying to be really careful because if you park in the hospital, you will get they're very serious about that there. You do not park by the hospital if you are not someone who works there or someone who's being taken care of there. So there's this parking lot next to it, though, and I looked all over the place, and the only signs I could see is don't park in handicap spots, and I've been parking there for 3 weeks and been fine every single time. No one's tried to stop me. I do find out there's 1 or 2 other students who park there. The only downfall is it's a 6 to 7 minute walk to the school from there. I don't mind that. That's fine. It's worth it to not have to pay $70 for a parking pass when you're not even guaranteed a parking spot with that parking pass. That just means you're allowed to park there. But if there's no spaces, you can't park there. But went on a little bit too long about that.
I think I missed the part about you finally finding your big break there. What was it?
I found a parking spot. That was my big break.
From now on, or just that one time?
Yeah, I have it permanently. The only thing is there has been it's not a bad neighborhood. It's a very like nice looking place. There has been 2 muggins though.
Oh.
Already. And it came from someone walking around on the streets late at night. And I never leave the school late at night, but I do leave at 6 p.m. on Mondays. That's the one day I leave. That's the latest I'll leave. I'll leave around, it's more like 6:30. And I'm fine right now, but once we get to like the fall, it's going to be nighttime when I'm walking. I'm a big guy, you know, I don't think I'm going to be someone, they could totally mug me if they wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to be a target when someone looks at me. Like, they're going to go for someone smaller than me, I would assume, but I could be wrong about
You're a pretty tall dude, like you said.
Yeah.
You're like, what, 6 foot?
Maybe that's me being too cocky. I am, like, wondering if maybe on Mondays I should be a little more careful and park somewhere else.
What do you have on you other than your phone? Like, just school stuff?
Well, I bring my laptop with me a lot. But I'm probably going to stop doing that on Mondays at least. During the daytime, there's no concern of being mugged, really. There's a lot of people outside.
There's no concern being mugged. That's Michael Beam is 2017.
Well, again, my route to the car, it's a very nice place. It's just a nice little neighborhood, basically. There is nothing, I don't think I would get mugged, even when walking around that area at night. And during the daytime, there's people around 24/7. So it would not happen to me there. It would not happen to me. But Monday, later in the year, I might need to, like, be more careful, because I'm pretty sure
I think as long as you have another person or more with you. Like
I won't. I'm a loner, dude.
Find friends.
When I went to community college, I had a lot of people from high school there with me. So I was able to kind of, like, East Stroudsburg, I'm alone. I'm like, maybe I'll meet people on there, but right now I am completely on my own. I do not talk to anyone.
Hello.
Zachary's dad is here, or his mom, or his sister, or a friend of the family. They're here. They're here.
Paid. Anyway, we should put that on my wallet before I forget.
At some point.
I like how he came and he was just like.
We're at some point, like, I took one sip of this. We're going to chug this in just a minute. I've been doing school. I've been doing 3 clients. I just shot 2 weddings at the same time. The people I did it for have been super good to me, and they've been very patient with me. They've acknowledged I'm a college student. I've enjoyed working for both of them very much. And me and Tariq were partners for one of them, because me and Tariq started working on a show. I had a client who wanted to help me make a show for him. And this started off as something that I figured, okay, it's like, you know, it's just extra money I can make on the side of Torque Up. And it turned into, I'm still being paid to do it, but I genuinely like the project. I genuinely like the cast. I've told you this in person before, Zach. I like this group of people. I see potential in them. I cannot say anything about the project, but know this. If you're a fan of my videos, if you like the videos I make, while this is not a show that I'm the creator of or even the writer of, I have pitched ideas that have been accepted into the series. Tariq is a main character in the show, and I make a cameo in the 2nd episode. I like the guy I work for a lot. I really hope the show works out, because I want to keep making episodes with him. I am doing everything I can to make this pitch work. Obviously, it's like, you know, it's a little bit rough, because we only have so much equipment. We only have so many guys doing it with, like, to do it with. But we're hoping we can make something out of it. You know, we're hoping that...
From what I've heard, everyone has a lot of motivation going into it.
Yeah,
so
everyone
is hopeful.
That is good. No one's there whining on the set. Because there's some actors who go to the set with us who are waiting, like, hours to shoot their scenes. And they've been so good about it. And, like, I'm amazed by that. And they're all doing it out of passion, too. Like, me and Tariq are the only ones at the moment being paid to do it. And, like, they are just people who are extremely motivated, really care about the project. It's made it to a point where I would, like, if he, like, wasn't able to pay me to do it anymore, I probably could not afford to do it anymore. Like, I just wouldn't be able to. But I would fucking feel shitty about it, because I would not want to leave it. I would not want to leave it at all. Like, that would make me feel bad. So I'm hoping that it can go well and we can keep doing it. Great group of people. Cannot say anything about the project, but a trailer's probably coming out very soon. I'm editing one this week, and a little teaser. It's going to be 30 seconds. And he's very anxious to release the first 2 episodes because we made the first 2, but he doesn't want to release them until we start working on the third, and I make a few final touches to the second and first one. There are a few changes I need to make, which I'm going to be doing this weekend. But that's going to happen, and it's going to be cool when it happens. Oh my god, the locations we got for some of the episodes are sweet. The shots we got for some of the episodes are sweet. I'm looking forward to it. It's like, and don't expect anything on this like movie quality scale. Don't expect anything that like a big budget studio made, but expect something that has like clearly some like passion going into the acting, the cinematography, and something that like some genuine effort was actually put into. Like it is. I'm looking forward to releasing it.
Yeah.
Let me look at my notes. Okay, so I got like I took out most of those there. Like me and Tariq helped me shoot the second wedding because me and him worked so well together. Now I got to be careful because money is involved, and money is how falling outs happen. So I got to make sure I'm like always fair to Tariq. But he's like doing a lot. He's doing like aside from Tour Cup, he's not doing that with me, but he's doing like most of the client jobs with me now. Because he's just good at what he does, and he's like a second cameraman, and that's really good for weddings. The first one was before me and him started working together. The second one he shot with me though, and so fucking helpful because you have like the bride and the groom. You know, they have everyone going down the aisle, and when I did the wedding before that, I had to switch back and forth to 3 cameras, constantly moving around. This time I only had to move once because Tariq was getting the other shots for me. That's so perfect, so perfect. My other show note is I didn't tell you this yet, Zach. I told you a little bit of a note about this, but now we're doing it. After this, I promise I'll stop talking with myself again. Conversation. I'll drink beer, so I'm a little buzzed though right now. I'm getting there actually. That rum, I did drink a lot of that. Half of it on. Because I started drinking out of it. I don't know if you saw that, but Cameron season 1, episode 7. You know the one where Andrew goes to the beach and he gets like really high and
that whole trippy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unofficial season 1 finale because I'm changing the format of the show. It wasn't supposed to be season 1's finale. We're calling that the season 1 finale now. We're writing season 2. A lot of it's already written. For the next 4 months, me and Tariq and Fred are going through it and making changes to the script. And then during the winter break, this is such an unrealistic goal. We're going to film it during the winter break and edit it after that and then release it week by week. The week by week part will come true. Shooting the entire thing in winter during winter break seems impossible, but we're going to go for it. We're going to go with the motivation.
You're not going to upload like the first one until they're all edited, right?
At least until half of them are edited. I want to
like that's at least what I'm doing for channel reviews, you know. I
want to make it a weekly series. I want to be able to have a trailer that shows episodes, like all the episodes, like in a little trailer. This season's going to be a lot more story driven than the first one was. Not that the first one didn't have story to it, but it's going to be like more because the first one focused, I say that the first one focused a lot on client work. Really, it didn't. The second one did, and the 6th one did. But the 3rd one was YouTube shit. The 4th one was college. The 5th one was Andrew moving in with his brother. The 7th one was him getting really high on drugs. But a lot of old characters from season 1 are coming back as main characters because really the only ones that were main characters in season 1 was Andrew and Steven. Steven's actually being toned down this season, but 2 other, I won't say which ones they are, but 2 characters are coming back as major characters for season 2, and a lot of other characters coming back too. You can expect Noah, you can expect Sullivan, you can expect Miles, you can expect Orlando, you can expect the Wooten brothers, Steven, maybe Rebecca. Oh my god, I don't know. All of them are coming back. I don't know how many episodes it will be because I'm still trying to like figure that part out. I've been writing a lot of them, and I'm just once I tell every story I want to tell this season, I'll release it. And the way I'm doing it is like every single episode is going to kind of be able to stand out on its own with a certain style. It's going to focus on a certain aspect of what they're doing, but it's all going to connect to one big story. But every episode can be viewed. It's like you need to watch it in order. But I feel like it's going to kind of be like going with the BoJack style a little bit, where each episode's kind of its own thing, but there is a story going through it. If you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Well, I mean, like, because, like,
I apologize, but it is getting to the point where it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm excited, but it's not much I can really. I don't know.
I know. Okay, let's
My brain's kind of just, not just to be honest here. It's just yeah.
You haven't been talking. You haven't been talking that much. You're right. You talk while
I've got not much. I don't even have much to say. Is the thing. That's what's ironic about it.
Well, the three other notes I have. One of them is very quick. I just a fun little story to share. I'm not even going to talk.
I mean, like
Pinsec's a bartender now.
Oh, nice. My sister is too recently.
He's been working on the store, helping him build this restaurant for a long time. I have not gone to the restaurant yet. I feel like a shitty friend.
Show your support.
I'm gonna do it this weekend. Me and Gage are going to see it probably tomorrow, and we might go to Nick's. Did you see it?
No, I'm a baby when it comes to horror movies. Like I can't. Like the older ones are just corny and like not even scary. Like I'll deal with those, but like actual ones, like nah.
The only thing I'm not looking forward to is jump scares because they work on me, and I hate that. And it's just my heart stopping for a second.
I saw like one clip that people are saying it's the best scene, and it's like it's like Pennywise, he's just like in the distance going like like that, and apparently a lot of people like that scene. Something I don't know. There was
music.
There was like one thing someone posted on Instagram, like they took that clip, like a bootleg version, and I think they put even that song like in post-production or something, or maybe that's part of the movie. I don't remember, but someone said that was like their favorite part of the movie. I don't know what the context is.
Well, if me and Gage are going to see it tomorrow, we might go to we're only going to go if Pinsec's working tomorrow night because he wants to see us there while he's working. Then we're going to go. He's a bartender now. We're going to go get some drinks. We're at a podcast now. The only other two notes I have is one of them I know you can't talk about, but I'm just going to say it real quick on the show. BoJack Horseman season 4 came out and it was good, and you should keep watching the show. Season 4, it had, the show is often very depressing, and without saying anything, the ending of season 4 is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It was I wasn't expecting them to go that route because they're always so fucking miserable with the show. And
at some point, they're gonna grow into new people,
It's like I am amazed with what they did with BoJack this last season. I'm fucking amazed by it. Like some of the characters, Diana and Mr. Peanut Butter, I love their story throughout the season, but it has the most anticlimactic ending fucking ever. Todd, he's a big. The thing is, it's weird. He's in almost every single episode, and he says a lot of stuff in each one. But it's when I look at the season as a whole, he just doesn't feel like he was a big part of it. And I think the main thing comes from he was there most of the season. He didn't really have
the type of character that really, he is always there. He turns me off a bit from the show, apart from the design. But
they did a whole story of him with his sexuality this season. They covered sexuality a lot this season, and I don't know, people really loved it. Yeah. And people really loved it, and I'm happy for those people.
Okay.
It's I don't want to say what it is because I want you to. When I say I'm happy for you people, I'm not trying to be insulting when I say that. By the way, I don't. Zachary is still watching the show, and I don't want to spoil it for him. What Todd's sexuality is, but they cover that, and yeah, I think that I didn't really know what it was. I've heard of it before, but I didn't know what it was prior to the BoJack season.
Is it pansexual?
But, what?
Is it pansexual? That's usually the one that a lot of people don't know.
I don't know what that is either, by the way. What is that?
A few months ago, I recently, because there were so many people, at cons, almost everyone you meet, there's oh, I'm pansexual, and they're always, 15, but at the same time, it's when you are attracted to someone, you don't care that someone changed genders, and, you're okay if you're a girl who used to be a man, or a man that used to be a girl. That's pansexual.
Yeah, I mean, the way I've always, I don't know.
So then you're both transsexual, kind of, but you call yourself pansexual. It's its own thing. They made a name for that, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I feel I don't know why we need all these labels. Just say I'm attracted to this person. The way I stand by it is if I was attracted to someone and then found out they used to be a guy, I'm not going to deny that I'm not going to suddenly act disgusted. No, I would still genuinely be attracted to that person.
Wait, are you Mike pansexual? Haha.
Yeah, I
It's not
don't.
even a joke. It's just a thing.
I don't know. I don't know if I like. I don't want to use a label or anything, but
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like the worst. That doesn't sound like a
Yeah.
really bad thing to me. I mean, I don't think anyone sees it as a bad thing. I think that's the whole point. But anyway, the way they cover Todd in the new season, like it meant a lot to a lot of people. I couldn't connect to it the same way they could, but I'm happy for them, you know.
Nice.
And then Princess Carolyn, she's like my second favorite character on the show, but they just keep using the fucking reset button on her. Like, they develop her very well throughout the season, but then by the end of it, she's back where she started, and I hate that. I hate that so much. And they did it again. The BoJack story is so fucking good in the season. So fucking good. Like, it is, and it focuses so much on his family, too. Like, a lot of the past is in the new season, and it's...
From what I saw so far, I think they were getting into that in season 2, which is where I'm at. And like, that was interesting. They cover
it in season 2 a decent bit.
Yeah.
Season 3, they completely disregard it. I don't think like there's any mention of his mom and mother or father in it. And then in season 4, without saying way too much, I guess this is kind of saying a decent bit, but like.
Should I take my headphones? Oh, I'll listen to it anyway at the end. But...
It's not like, I don't know if it's that big of a spoiler though, because it's like. I'm not going to say anything that happens. I'm just going to say who
I might forget. I mean, I've got a season and a half left until I get.
I won't say it if you don't want me to say it. And there's probably people listening at home who don't. You know, I won't say it because there's probably people listening at home who don't want to hear it if they haven't seen the newest season yet. There's a character who's been a minor character throughout the series who's a main character in the 4th season.
It could be anyone. I mean, how would that be a spoiler?
You know what my biggest disappointment of season 4 was though? They cut my favorite side character out. Because, Vincent Adultman stopped showing the show. And that's because the show, as the show progresses, the year actually passes by each year. So he can't be in the show still. They can show maybe later on as a teenager.
You mean that woman from the prison?
What?
That woman, the actress who went to prison.
Yeah, she wasn't in the 4th season. She was in 1, 2, and 3, but not in the 4th one.
Like, I haven't gotten to the point yet where like I really like her yet, but you've told me like you love her.
Well, I loved her since the 1st season, so you just aren't gonna love her as much as I.
Yeah.
But I thought she was the funny. I love Vincent Adultman. I love Charlie Witherspoon, who's the frog guy that you love. Oh, yeah. He's in every season so far. He was in the 4th season.
But is he an intern or is he now higher up, which he shouldn't be? Because his character works so well as a clumsy intern.
He remains higher up, but it's still funny. It's still funny. His appearance in the 4th season to me is only okay. His appearance in the 3rd season made me fucking lose it. I laughed so hard. I love what they do. It's so brief. It's such a small scene in one episode, but it made me laugh so fucking hard. I love it. I fucking love it so much. Rutabaga came back.
Who?
The rabbit in the season you're watching right now. He's in every season, actually, after season.
It's been a while since I've seen the show, to be fair, but...
Yeah. Rutabaga, I have mixed feelings about Rutabaga. He's like a douche, but at the same time, I like him, but...
The only show where a rabbit is a douche, yeah. Named Rutabaga.
Rebecca Gecko was in the newest season. Rutabaga was in the newest season. Turtletop was in the newest season. That Penguin was in the season. Yeah, but, no Margot, and that upsetted me so much. Rick and Morty was my final topic, because you're watching that now, but I don't know how much we have to say about it since 5 episodes in.
Oh, yeah. No, not much to say. It's weird. There was definitely times during, when we got our power back, or we're slowly getting to it, that we totally could have watched some Rick and Morty. Like, when the generator came on and, we could only watch, Blu-rays, in the living room, I totally could have shown my family some Rick and Morty. I probably should have. A whole sit together. It was it was just throughout the hurricane we had my family, the 4 of us, my mom's friend, and my sister's boyfriend. Yeah. So it was just the 6 of us.
Oh, dude, this beer! Oh my god, I feel it now.
Oh, good.
Only
half an hour into the. Oh, actually, 40 minutes into the episode.
You gotta make it.
Now it's a DrunkCast.
It's an hour and 40 minute long episode. Okay.
Jesus. It's gonna be a long ass render and upload. But at least our internet speed got up recently, so that's something.
I feel bad because I feel like this is like the episode near the beginning of season 2 where I went on about my own shit too long.
I feel like the last episode was a bit like that. Like I didn't hear too much from Chris and Olivia.
I'm sorry. They honestly, God, if I'm doing that, like, feel free to cut me off. And
We
tell
always
me to
have big gaps. Like with that last episode, we had a big gap from the last one with Mitzi, and then
Here's the
from
thing.
then to
Yeah, it's
now we
because
have a
I have
big
so much.
gap.
And like, you know what? It's because
I get
have
that
a
same
lot-
feeling with Metal Mouth sometimes. Like I'm stuttering, and I'm like, oh, it's been a month since I filmed this episode. It's like it
The thing
pains
that happens.
me.
The thing that happens. What happens with me, Zach, is that I have so much I want to say, and it's because I attempt to record update videos, but I like never really get the point I want to get across, and I'll notice I'm recording this update video, and it's like 10 minutes long, and I'm like, I can't release this. No one's gonna want to watch this shit. And because of that, I let it out on DuckCast.
The setting's better for that, though. I do agree, and it's like it's good to get get the moments, the chances to actually say these things. But
I hate it though. I think I'm drunk, by the way. I'm just a lot more calm right now. I'm sorry it's not going to be as wacky as episode 21. Fuck my leg.
There's something. I feel like we should have started like an hour ago, or an hour before we hit recording.
Let's start over. Let's do it right. Let's start over right here, right now. What was I saying before? I feel bad for doing that because I'm sure no one really wants to listen to me going on about my own shit that long. So cut me off if I'm ever doing that. Feel free to, because I do it when I'm not. I have the excuse of alcohol right now, but I do it when I'm not drinking alcohol.
That's the magic of YouTube. You can cut when you're not interested in things. You can just cut in the timeline, and people.
But you never cut
with their own.
You can't
No,
say that.
People with their own will, they can do it. You know what I mean? Why should I have to? Just keep it in. It's interesting to you, so you want to listen to it. Maybe other people will like it too.
Just fuck you. I want to just skip to the parts you piece of shit. But I don't know what parts I want to skip to. Fuck you, you fucking idiot. Just assume. You fucking worthless piece of garbage. I'm going to do a misimpression at one point.
Okay. Wait, try it right now. Let's go.
Let me get a little drunker before I do it, because I've been told I can master it.
All right.
I'm good at Mr. Poopy Butthole, too. Do you know Mr. Poopy Butthole yet?
I remember seeing the season 2 finale, and he was at the end of it, and I laughed till I cried during that last scene.
Ooh, Rick! I didn't get there.
Have you ever seen the video of Justin Roiland doing like the voices while drunk?
I need to look up lines from Mr. 6 so I can look. Yeah, I did see that. I go to Adult Swim. I watch the shit out of Rick and Morty shit. It's my favorite. Like, it's debatably my favorite show of all time. I don't know, because, like, here's the thing. My favorite two shows ever is Breaking Bad and Full Metal Alchemist, and Rick and Morty has, like, it's making its way up to those three.
You know what I noticed recently, by the way, while I was on Netflix? They took both Brotherhood and the original Full Metal Alchemist off of Netflix.
It took the original off?
And the movie, like, all Full Metal, I like even made sure typing in Full Metal Alchemist, they're all gone. For no reason.
I'm gonna double check that, but if they're really gone...
They're gone, dude.
And they're not on Hulu, because I do have Hulu,
It
too.
pissed me off because I was actually in the mood one day to, like, start watching the original show. Because the Brotherhood one got cut off at the 4th
If the original is gone on Hulu and Netflix...
Hulu, but I don't know.
I will buy the seasons because I don't want to pirate it because I love it. I'm a fucking sucker.
That's actually a good topic. I just realized, like, I was trying to think of a show I saw recently and I couldn't think of it till now. So going on the subject to anime, you know this. I don't even know if you're still listening. Can you hear me?
Yes. Because
I don't know if you've seen this show too. So I don't even know if I can even talk about it this much without spoiling if you haven't seen it, but like I recently got into Death Note, the show. Like I never saw the movie. I heard it was bad, but it got me interested to a point. Like I saw some random clips from the movie, and for some reason it got me interested in the show, and I finally saw the whole show, and I love it.
This is the movie. I bought it on DVD because I love it. Much, and I'll buy Breaking Bad on DVD. Buy Full Metal Alchemist on DVD because they're both good. I also bought this, and I just want to share it. This wasn't great.
I don't even know if we're gonna go back to the topic I just started, but all right, Jesus, bro.
That's Brad Jones,
Yes.
Richard. What's it? Brad Jones. I'm trying to get the director's name
And
right.
the other guys.
Because I would say Brad Jones. Doug Walker's a small bit. I should actually say the director's name. It wasn't bad for a YouTube movie. When it comes to most YouTube movies, it's sad to say this. It's probably the second best one. Because it's Ryan Mitchell, and you know what? It has its moments. It's as a whole, it's a pretty bad movie, but it has its moments. I'd recommend maybe renting it if there's a rent option. I wouldn't buy it. Rent it if you like Brad Jones and Doug Walker, because you'll probably enjoy them in the movie at the very least. Brad Jones was funny. I didn't like Doug Walker, and I love Doug Walker, but I didn't like him in the movie. Brad Jones was good.
Did you say there was a scene in the movie where Doug goes like, he does that thing, Yeah.
It was,
tries to be a mustache twirling villain.
Doug isn't funny in the movie. He plays two characters, and he's not funny as either of them. Brad Jones is funny, but he's a very small part of the movie. Main characters is fucking despicable, not in a good way in the first 30. But after that, he became okay. Malcolm Ray does a good job. Robert Walker does a really good job. In a comedic way too. Like I said, they're not. It's, at the end of the day, it's not good acting. It's just they knew what they were making. They did it well. They were the most. Yeah, Robert Walker and Malcolm Ray were probably the most entertaining parts of the movie. Bard Muhammad has such a likable laugh, though. Brad Jones was the best part. Take that back. Brad Jones was the funniest part.
I agree.
It's like, if you can rent it. I don't pirate it. They're independent filmmakers. Rent it. They worked hard on it. But don't buy it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's not good enough to buy, but I'd say rent it.
If you like it, Jesus, bro, now.
If you like it, buy it. The only good YouTube movie I've ever seen is King Candy by Ralph the Movie Maker, and
I haven't seen that. Yeah, you mentioned that.
It's a 7 out of 10, by the way. It's not perfect. There's good shit in it. Ralph, the main actor, his character, I forget his character's name. I probably would remember if I wasn't drunk, because I've watched it several times. He's what makes the movie entertaining. The movie, on an editing scale and other actors scale, it lacks a little bit. And editing, not so much editing, it's more cinematography, because he does this really overexposed look throughout the whole movie, and it's clear that he was doing that intentionally. But I don't know why he thought that looked good, and I don't know if anyone liked that, because I thought it looked really shitty.
Oh,
and not all the shots look bad, but it's overexposed on purpose. The colors are very fucking vibrant for the whole thing.
Did it match the tone of the scenes, or was it just there?
Treek hates it more than I do, I'll put it that way. I'm more forgiving of it. But Ralph is so entertaining. He can act. He is a talented person. And, I have problems with the movie, but keep him, you know what? I think he at a film festival, and I think he deserves it. I think the movie's good enough. I say 7 out of 10, but I'm saying 7 out of 10 on a movie scale. I'm not saying that on a YouTube movie scale. I'm saying that on a movie scale. He's a 7 out of 10 on counting all movies ever made. If I was saying YouTube films, he'd be at 10 out of 10, because YouTube movies fucking suck ass. And his is good. You look at me. All right, let's go into something else.
I started a topic and you went to all that, but
I'm sorry. What was your topic?
I don't even. That's the thing. If you don't know it, we can move on as well. But but it's great that you mentioned that movie and the other thing.
I did a Rise of the Critics on Death Note. Did you not watch every episode of Rise of the Critics, you piece of shit? I did a Rise of the Critics on Death Note.
I probably skipped that one because I didn't see the show at that time. But yeah, I saw Death Note.
Go back and watch it now, Zach.
Got to that point. Put your shirt back on, boy.
Don't make fun of my man boobs. I'm losing weight.
We might get flagged. YouTube might think you're a woman. I'm not calling you fat or anything, but You're making me uncomfortable right now, sir. I don't. You're gonna listen back to this and regret everything for sure.
Nope. You're a piece of shit, Zach. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna say, hey, Michael, good fucking job. Right? I'm fucking out. I'm done.
This is how normal people talk. So definitely.
Good movie. Good movie.
Yes,
I
good movie.
heard the Netflix from your movie sucks. I heard that the Netflix movie was bad.
Yeah. Maybe someday I'll see it.
Brower, though, it's good.
I hear some people defending it, and like, yeah, I hear like, as long as you keep in mind it's an adaptation, like I think that's the main point. Like I can kind of side with the whole perspective of like, oh, you're thinking too much because you're a fan of the show. I can understand that.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give it a talk. You know what? Fuck me, talk.
Like after this, I've seen the show, even though I haven't seen the movie, but I have seen clips, and like I'm thinking back on some things, and then even reading some of what people are saying, I can still kind of again with that perspective, I still think even if it is bad, with even as a movie on its own, like at least they tried, and at least they are fans of the show from what I've heard, and like they're just giving their own perspective of what they think an American adaptation of it would be, and like that's hard to do. Something Japanese like that bring into America. I understand the idea of making it Western like that is stupid.
Yeah,
they still tried.
There's one decision that I can't understand, and that is choosing someone from the fucking Naked. I think he was the guy from the Naked Brothers band thing.
Yeah, Nate Wolf. Yeah.
Did he have anything good? Maybe there was something good he did.
I heard. I mean, from what I've seen, like he wasn't a terrible. I think with some better direction, he would have done better. I don't think he was horrible in every scene. Some lines, absolutely. But...
Wait. Did you watch the Netflix movie?
No, I've seen enough clips though. But
and did you?
For example, the one scene like when he meets Ryuk in the Scream. I mean, that's been memed. Like I understand that.
Every single time I see a negative review, it shows that in the
every time, yeah. With the tongue, with the teeth. I understand with the romance thing how it was so forced, and his character turned out to be a complete dick because of that. Like, didn't help his character at all.
Here's my problem with the whole concept. Because when I saw the trailer, I got excited. Because
Ryuk looks good, by the way, the dude who voices him. Yeah, William Dafoe. He's great. He's the only good part of the movie, from what I've heard.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer, and I'm not trying to take this race level, but I saw that light was black, and because light was black,
L.
Because L, you're right, L was black. Because I saw that, I saw a black main character, and I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna do something new with this. Not just because I'm fine if a black guy plays L, like I don't have a problem with that, but because the actor was black, I made the assumption that these are new characters because there wasn't a black main character in Death Note.
You want me? Can I just mention one thing, just very quickly? I recently found out that the voice of L is on the 100, and I was like, oh my god, it's that guy. He's on the 100. Like the guy. What's his name? I can't say. Actually, I shouldn't say this, but he was friends with the mom's character. He looked Middle Eastern, Afro looking guy. His name started with an S. The character's name. Let me look him up. When you see his face, you'll be like, "Oh my god, he's the voice of L."
I'm a season behind. Keep that in mind.
No, he's from season 1 up to now. Just let me look him up.
Oh, wait, is he the friend of the mom? You said, right?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. He's L.
Let me get the picture. Let me get the picture.
I know who you're talking about. Just so you know, if you want to do it for the audience, I understand.
I'm doing it for the audience.
I understand. Okay, he's L.
I saw on you. Here we are.
No, wait, is he L in the anime or L in the...
Yes, in the American version of the anime, he is L. He is that deep voiced dude. He is good. Like, I saw this video in my recommended feed, and I was like, and I clicked on it, and he's in the interview. He sounds just like L, his actual voice. It's so.
Oh my god!
And he's on the 100. Like, it's so great.
That is awesome.
Doesn't that mind blow you? Like, that's so cool.
I know who the character is. Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's the person who does like doctor work with her.
But anyway, go back to what you were saying. Black L.
But yeah, I was assuming that what they were doing, because there was a black main character, and there wasn't a black main character in Death Note. And again, just saying, I don't care. I feel like it's bad that I have to state this because people get so offended nowadays. But I don't care if they would have replaced one of the characters with a black actor, as long as the black actor was good, or whatever race the actor was good for the character and did a good performance, brought something new to it. But because the character was black, I assumed that it wasn't. I assumed it wasn't L. I assumed it was like a complete character. It wasn't a black main character in Death Note, the anime. And I thought that would have been such a great idea. Do a live-action Death Note movie with new characters and a new story. Because what's the fucking point of taking the anime and trying to fit all of the episodes into a movie, even a fraction of the episodes in the movie? Because that's what Avatar did. They tried to take
I heard they were
make something fucking new!
I heard they're trying to make Death Note into 3 movies. Whether that's still gonna happen or not, but I mean,
probably not.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? Some people like Death Note. Really liked it, because there's 2 YouTubers I follow. One, Chris Raygun, and the other one, Your Movie Sucks. Chris Raygun, he made like comments saying, "Hey, you know what? The new Death Note. I actually thought it was pretty damn good."
I saw Chris.
Then Your Movie Sucks literally opens his video saying, "So I recently saw the new Death Note, and I thought it was fucking terrible. I hated every second of it. 1 out of 10." My guess is I'm going to be in between those 2 people. I'm going to watch it, though, eventually. I'm not going to make any judgments. Watch it. I was so excited when I saw the trailer and thought it was going to focus on new characters. When I found out it was Ellen Light, I was like,
from what I've heard on Ellen, the clips I've seen, they say Ryuk and L, they do well. And I when I'm seeing the clips, I see like the body language, like he does that. He sits on the chair the same way sometimes, and he has that really mysterious persona. However, he puts himself on live television. He shows himself.
Yeah, that's what he does in the show. Did you see all of the anime?
Yeah, I saw the full show.
It's good. It's fucking wonderful, and we'll talk about that in a second, because that's actually a new topic.
If we have time, we're at 57 minutes.
Dude, extend the episode. We have more time. Extend it. Extend it at least to an hour and 20. If you're okay with that.
Oh boy. Those hour and 20 episodes, those are going to be long ass renders.
I should have gotten drunk earlier in the episode, but I
should sit like L throughout the rest of this if we're going to Death Note talk.
I feel like I should dump this. I think if I drink anymore, I'm going to get sick. So I'm going to put it down. You got good drunk, Michael.
Decently drunk cast.
Like, I ruined a good shirt. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? That's so fucking stupid. I ruined a perfectly fine shirt.
Live breakdown, ladies and gents.
Fuck you.
Are you doing a light impression right there?
What if there was just
a light turner?
What if there was just a person who went on stage and went like, "Fuck you, audience,"
and then left.
And then left. I also went on. I went onto my website, the college website recently, because there was shit I have to deal with email wise. But
how do we shift to this?
That's a stupid sentence right there. But I went on and I was like, I saw like the thing that they had labeled, which was their anti-discrimination thing, whatever. And I was just wondering, what if like someone had on, like, to me that's just such like a no shit thing nowadays. Though, like, obviously you don't discriminate. You especially don't advertise that you discriminate on your website. So what if there was a college that had like a little ad that said, "We are pro discrimination." Here, read all about our pro discrimination ads.
Yeah,
right here.
like, no duh, of course we're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, like, what the hell? I'm sorry. We're talking about Death Note, but what specifically about Death Note were we talking about?
What's your opinion on Nier?
On what?
What's your opinion on Nier? Near the end of Death Note, that character.
Like him. Don't like him. He's a shitty character.
He did not need to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's L.
L didn't need to die. Like, L's
Mello
death.
was okay. L was a wonderful character, but Nier was just L again. Like, do something
Yeah.
new. Mello should have been the main villain. Mello
Oh,
wasn't
that
as
would
good
have been
as
great. Yeah. I
Mello wasn't as good
where
as L, but
where
he
L's
didn't need to be as good as L. He needed to be something new.
where L's death wasn't horrible. It was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah,
But
I feel
at the
like
same
I
time, I
feel like
still felt
Senpai was
like, yeah, I feel I feel like L's death should have been differently. I definitely could give more detail on that if I could think longer, but I can't right now. But
I'll rewatch and I'll rewatch it eventually. Maybe I'll agree with you. Right now, I disagree, but I'm going off of memory from like
I'm not
3
saying it
years.
was horrible. I'm saying it could have been. I think it could have been a bit. I don't know.
I
But
remember
anyway,
being satisfied.
uh, what's trying to
This
think.
is this is candy I need to not eat. So
Oh,
we're
character
gonna
I
pour
really
beer.
hated too.
We're gonna. I'll wait for you to finish, then we're gonna talk.
Character I really hated too from Death Note. Just me personally. She got kind of annoying
He's,
throughout the show. I,
here's
I
the thing.
tried I tried liking her, but the more it went on, she was there
In my review,
for
in my
the
review, in the
men.
Rise of the Critics, just to show how I've grown. The
Yeah.
Rise of the Critics episode I criticized Misa horribly, but I understand her. I understand what they were
She
doing.
has some depth to her. She has some, but there's a lot of times where she's just there for eye candy, and it's
I
annoying.
need to, I need to not eat this shit though. I did this as
What
like
is it?
I bought this as something to like
I can't
like
see it. It's cut off.
it's
It's
crunch
cut off.
candy.
Go to
It's
full
crunch.
screen. Just go to full screen. Just so then you know what's cutting out. We're on Discord again, just to say it again.
It's crunch candy.
Crunch, crunch. Oh, bunch crunch.
I bought it
That's
as
a
a
fun
way to
name to
get
say.
rid of like the terrible taste from the rum, but I don't need it anymore, and I don't be
Can you
like
say?
tempted
Can
later.
you say?
So we're gonna pour beer into it, so I
Mm,
don't want to drink it later.
that's healthy. Can you say bunch crunch 10 times fast?
There's beer in this now.
Oh, bunch of crunch is what it says. I thought it said bunch crunch.
This is crunch.
Bunch
Oh,
on the top there.
It does say brunch or crunch. You are correct.
Can you say bunch crunch 10 times fast though? No, he's too focused on the beer in his bag.
Have another beer. Let's do a shot of beer.
Do it.
Okay.
There's totally a lot of time left to get more drunk.
You want to talk about Death Note?
It'll be worth it. What more can we say? I feel like we said enough.
Well, about the show itself. We mainly talked about the movie.
Even though Nier was a letdown, I mean, actually the climax. I don't know. The end of the show was alright.
I love the climax.
I hear some things about the like the manga version being better. I heard details about it. I don't know.
Mm.
I didn't think it was horrible, the ending of the anime. What? Stop! Come on.
We talked about them before the recording. Just
I think didn't you do that during the last DrunkCast too?
Oh no!
That gag.
The candy.
Are you
The
okay?
candy doesn't exist anymore. It's just all liquid.
It doesn't exist.
It's all liquid.
It's gone from this. You know what I really wanted from Death Note? By the way, come
What?
back to the camera. Actually, this is a good topic. Why didn't we get to see more of the Shinigami world? I was waiting all the show. Like during the early show when they showed those other monsters, I was like, oh, there's gonna be some episodes where like they have to fight off some monsters and make them escape this world, and that never happened except for one near the end of the show. But like even he didn't. I don't know. He helps a bit with the story, getting the villains to know who Shinigamis are too. But at the same time, like, what about the king of the world? What would have happened if he came into the real world? That would have went crazy. That would have interfered with Light's plans. What could have happened? That would have been interesting. They're all bored anyway. They needed some entertainment of their own.
They didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck.
I mean, the female one was all right. She came in there as well.
Yeah.
As the guy near the end.
What was her name again? I forget it.
Girl Shinigami. That's her name. She was the female one. She died.
Rem.
Rem. You're right. Yes.
Go Jesus.
You think there
Go.
should have been should have been
Oh. Da, 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 da.
What if Death Note had a crossover with Power Rangers?
Go Jesus. Go Jesus, bro. Ba, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
I'm so sorry.
Da, 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 da,
At least he's
da.
giving a thumbs up. That's good.
Give $84 to the Jesus Bro Patreon and you'll get 3 MP3 of the Jesus Bro theme song. Get bonus features on the DVD.
What do I have written down for Metal Mouth? Maybe I can mention some things here.
Such as commentary with the filmmakers, Ryan Mitchell and Brad Jones, commentary with the cast, commentary with Fard Muhammad, Doug Walker, and Rob Walker, the trailer and outtakes. That's not, like, those special features, just you got 3 commentaries and a trailer. And bloopers, which all special features have. Why not have, like, a...
Hey, Mike. I've been playing South Park Stick of Truth again recently. Want to reminisce about experiences?
Sure. I like that game, sure.
You excited for the new game?
I was more excited.
Come in front of the camera. You sound far away, you idiot.
I was excited for it, and then they delayed it by a year. And
well, it's coming out soon, so don't feel that way.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into it. I was super invested a year ago, but now I don't care anymore. And I don't know, like
the fact that it's coming soon. It's like, oh, maybe I should. It's like, you know, it's almost here. It's like doesn't that revamp your?
No.
You know.
They made a very mediocre season of South Park in between the year delay, and
the last episode was decent. It wasn't great.
I liked it a lot.
It wasn't a classic, but it was funny.
Well, I haven't seen the newest episode. It's season 21 now.
They're now airing again every Wednesday. It's great. Or Thursday or Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday.
They're gonna have like Black Weeks though, where they don't release episodes.
Black Weeks.
Is that what they call them? The Dark Weeks or Black Weeks? I'm not being racist by saying Black Weeks. I think that's actually what they call it, but it might be Dark Weeks.
There's a lot of times in the game. Remember in South Park Stick of Truth when you talked to Token after him joining your crew, he's like, at first I didn't want to join the KKK, but after some talking into it, I got invested.
Maybe I'll play Stick of Truth again, and then I'll want to, because whatever character I create for Stick of Truth.
The character I created. Sorry, just to go through this, but like, when I started the game, like I was thinking, like I want to make, you know, an actual person, like, as my character, so I made Ethan Klein, and I played Drew last time, but like I just had to make him a Drew again. Like I haven't tried any other classes, but it works.
I think now I've beaten it on every mode except Thief. Thief is the only one I haven't done yet.
So far, I played Drew twice, but yeah, I think
I did. I started off with Mage because the Mage I had a lot of. I think that's my favorite so far. Then I did Jew second. Then I did Wario third.
I'm at that point in my replay through where Kyle abducted me and is now trying to get me a part of his crew. So I'm gonna get to that point soon where Cartman and Kyle are gonna be like, who do you want to choose? I think I chose Cartman last time, so I'm probably gonna go to Kyle this time.
But you know what's funny? All 3 times I played it, I picked Cartman, and it's because. Yeah. I don't want to turn on him because I feel like the weird thing about Stick of Truth.
I just want to see what happens.
I saw what happened because Pinsack picked Kyle, but because me and Pinsack both
see what things I say. Yeah.
Me and Pinsack actually bought that game together when it came out, and we both.
Is there like 2 achievements for separate?
Maybe
like,
there's
Steam achievements.
Maybe there's achievements, but honest to God, like
you know what achievement I really want to try to get? Because I missed out greatly on the last playthrough I did, which was I was 1 Shin Pokemon short, and it was the one right before the final boss, and there's no going back point. Like I had them all up to that one last.
They have a lot of those, and it's frustrating.
I was just off by one. I could have gotten that achievement, but yeah, I'm gonna try for this one.
I actually finished the Shin Pokemon quest last time. I actually beat every quest in the game last time. I did everything. This time I'd probably just go through it a lot more smoother. I join Cartman every single time, though. The reason I do it, and even if I play a full time, I'll probably do it again, because I know what happens when you join Kyle, and it's not different at all. It's like the same exact cutscenes, but Kyle's there instead of Cartman. And to me,
aren't the enemies you fight in the overworld different? Because at first you fight Kyle's men. So what would Cartman's be?
Yeah, and like the boss battles in the school is a little bit different, because instead of fighting Stan, you'll fight Butters.
Oh no, Butters!
I don't want to fight. I did do it. I did go against Cartman. What I did one of the times I played is I betrayed Cartman. But at the very end of it, when you have a choice, when you're in like this classroom, third or fourth grade classroom, I once again then turned on Kyle, went back to Cartman's side. That route sucks, because then everyone hates you if you do that. Like both Kyle and Cartman dislike you. But like the reason I always pick Cartman is because even though South Park in the show actually Kyle's like the better person and Cartman's the bigger dick, Cartman's nicer in the Stick of Truth. Cartman accepts you right away. Cartman and Butters are friends to you right away. Kyle like gets people to abduct you and is going to blackmail you if you don't join. Do you also
notice that like in Stick of Truth, like Cartman, like at times like he's the kind of guy who likes to control everything, so like there's times where like for example when you're fighting the bard Jimmy in the place, and like they kidnap him, and it's like they stick you in the basement to fight. It's like instead of pulling Cartman away, oh no, the new kid has to fight the boss, like if it was Cartman, he would have been like, no, I'm going to be in this room. I'm going to see everything. I'm going to participate in this boss battle because I'm important. I'm an important character. I'm not just going to be whisked away and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah.
And, like other times, it just felt like he should have stood up to take control and be the main character of his story, but like that's just never happened. I don't know.
Like what? I feel like. I know I'm like kind of repeating myself here. I feel like Cartman is a better friend to you in the Stick of Truth. Kyle and Stan are.
I mean, he calls you douchebag. Other than that,
yeah, he calls you douchebag. But I mean, and like he's a dick to other characters in the game. But he's like him and
he's
Butters
helping you though. He's like teaching you fart moves and all that. Like he's trying to. He's helping you rise up in the ranks instead of just him. I don't know.
Him and Butters are so much like better to you than Stan and Kyle are, because like him and Butters just accept you right off the bat, but like Stan and Kyle, like you have to do this for me before I can trust you. After they fucking blackmail you and attack you, like
they're trying to like tell you, oh, Cartman's the bad guy. He's not right. He's not right in the head yet. Like we just met you. Guys to like you at least.
If the same thing happens, we have to pick a side in the fractured butthole, I probably will be picking Cartman again.
I'm sure most people chose the Cartman route anyway. Like I'm sure there's like the statistics got sent to Steam, got sent to the dudes at South Park, and like they looked in like, oh wow, maybe in the new game they'll try something like that.
Maybe a big thing you have to keep in mind too is like normally when you play an RPG, of any sorts, even when it's something as silly as South Park, you get to know certain characters very well, and you want to stick to those characters, And Cartman has a lot more time to develop than Stan and Kyle do. So does Butters. It's funny how the show became aware of what its most popular characters were. They still use Kyle and Stan a lot, but they're kind of aware that Kyle and Stan, that's my ship style. It's Stan and Kyle together. No, it's they're kind of aware that Stan and Kyle are the more important characters of the show. And like Butters, Kenny, and Cartman always stood out a lot more to team up with. Though in the new one, Kenny and Cartman aren't together anymore because Mysterion turns against them.
Yeah. Isn't the whole thing about? Yeah, it might be the whole.
Fuck Mysterion. Kenny turns on you at the end of the first game, so fuck Mysterion. I'm with Cartman.
I forget.
Yeah, Princess Kenny. Remember?
When did they turn on you?
At the end of the game, Princess Kenny is the final boss.
I thought it was Chef.
Zombie Chef is the second to last boss. How do you not? Sometimes you don't remember things.
I don't. It's been a while, dude.
It's been a while. Isn't an excuse to not remember.
What do you mean it's not an excuse? That's a perfectly fine excuse. What do you mean?
It hasn't been that long.
It's been years.
It's been a few years, and you said that you played through the game several times.
No, I did. I only played through it once. I've said that. This is only my second time playing right now.
I'm skeptical about that.
I've only played through it once.
Princess Kenny is a major thing in the story.
I don't remember too much, okay?
I'm Zachary. I don't remember major plot points in a story.
Wasn't a major... If it's... what counts as the journey, not the ending? If I don't remember the ending, that's fine. I think most people don't remember the endings.
Darkness isn't a character. Noxdesius was the only villain in Super Mario Brothers. Fuck you.
Kenny... there's a lot of moments with Kenny throughout the journey, but near the end, you know, that kind of part just makes you...
Michael, there was only 2 episodes of DuckCast. Why are you calling this episode 41? Oh, it's been a long time since episode 40. I don't remember there being 40.
There was a whole journey through DuckCast. I don't remember much from the first episode, but I remember a lot from the journey, you freaking idiot. A lot now I remember, like this moment. Makes no sense to me right now. I don't know why you think you're all... Oh, I know what I'm talking about. I'm Michael Bemis. I remember everything. If you forget something, you're an asshole. What?
You're meaning to tell me that Mr. Garrison is a South Park character and not a Family Guy character? I'm sorry, man. It's been a long time since 2 shows.
That does not even closely relate to this.
Clark from The 100 isn't a BoJack Horseman character? Oh, no. I
don't even know who you're offending right now. I don't even...
I haven't seen it in a while. I
don't know.
Obviously.
What does that have to do with it? I'm talking about a journey. You're talking about just things to forget.
What? My name is Zachary Folkman and not Michael Scott Bemis. I'm sorry. I haven't thought about myself in a while.
You know, just the fact that you're raising your voice shouldn't mean that you're right. I mean, I think anyone could just make themselves sound like that, and all of a sudden people just
voice is the opposite of quiet. I'm sorry. I haven't spoken loud in a while.
You're just being ironic at this point.
What? You need to breathe air to exist? I'm sorry, I haven't breathed in a while!
That does not at all relate.
This should be where the episode ends.
You're kind of off doing your own thing there, thinking, oh, I'm making a difference.
Thinking? I'm sorry! I haven't done that in a while!
Alright.
I'm still there.
Remember that one joke when you're with Butters, like first time playing the game, you walk into the bank and Butters is trying to like stick up the bank, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, bank teller, I know you. Hey, what's up?" And it's like, "Oh hey, Butters." Like Butters like has a weekly routine of trying to rob the bank.
I don't get that one.
What do you mean, Mike? How come you don't remember that joke? It was like.
I bet this is a DuckCast highlight right here.
Nope.
Highlight. Season 3 highlight. Season 3 highlight happening right now.
But it wasn't fun. Hey, when's that Season 1 highlight gonna be done? I mean, we're on Season 3 already. How can you forget about doing the Season 1 highlight? I mean, come on, man. It was only the thing we talked about all those other times. You're not laughing. I think I'm not funny at this. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm just gonna... You think if no one laughs at your jokes, like every time that person should kill themselves, like if they don't think they're accepted enough? I think that's a thing. I think I should follow along with that trend. What if everyone's starting to kill themselves? I mean, like would that be posting on social media? Hey, I'm gonna go kill myself. Ha ha ha. Hashtag suicide. You know, would that be a thing? You think people would follow along with that? Comedy.
This episode should be over. This episode's
I really hope the audio issues aren't bad. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping and praying.
I love this episode. I'm probably gonna regret parts of it, but I love this episode.
That's what you sound like.
Fuck you, Zach. Fuck you, Zach.
I'm gonna end it a few seconds earlier, but you just had to add that in, so I guess we're keeping this as the ending. The FU would have been haha. Oh, dude, oh Jesus Christ. Just no, that's actually disgusting. That's actually grossing me out. Don't do that.
Got some good gross out humor in there. That's
That
DuckCast
should have a
season 3.
censor button over that.
DuckCast season 3, all gross out humor, all of it, every episode. We're just gonna
You can't resort down to Keep Going Productions humor. Come on. That was a harsh diss. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How do you think Elijah's doing?
Yeah, I don't know. He is working summer, so he's gonna be back after the summer.
Yeah.
Summer's almost over, so we'll have Elijah back soon, and then we'll both have sex with him.
See, when I do sex jokes like
Rick,
wanting to anal someone, you're like, oh, that's just cringy. And now that you're doing it, you're like, oh, this is funny, and I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, I agree.
No, with this concept.
Concept.
You're missing.
Why do you pronounce it concept?
No, he approves of it.
This concept.
Concept.
Let me talk to you about it.
I'm not gonna.
DuckCast 41 concept.
I'm not gonna fuck Elijah without his permission.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll probably happen when he's back.
I'd do facial.